Ugh.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Coaching for Cancer Care. I'm Haley Harris, the holistic nutritionist here at Jasper, and I'll be hosting our webinar today. We're so excited for you to be able to join us. Before we get to our webinar, I want to share a few housekeeping notes. You'll notice everyone's mics are muted and cameras are turned off. This is intentional to keep the focus on our speakers today. Please reach out to support@hellojasper.com or write in the chat if you are experiencing any ongoing technical issues. But please know our limited capacity to address issues while the webinar is running. We are recording the webinar and we'll upload it to our website. And lastly, please make sure to include any questions you have in the chat box so that we can address all of these questions at the end of the presentation. Hold on. Okay, you can see that and then that, right? The agenda, you can see that?
I can, but
Okay.
when I go into polls, it's showing no polls are created.
Yeah, I have to transfer those over there.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I've been caught up with other things going
No,
on.
it's just fine.
Okay. So the only thing though, we don't have the verbiage. Oh, it's at the bottom before we jump into our agenda.
Correct. And I'm just wondering, since it's just gonna be the two of us, well, we'll just leave it the way it is. I was gonna say, let's introduce ourselves at the big, like slide number 2, and then we can kind of go back and forth, just so it's not one person saying everything,
Like here, you mean? Or
Sorry.
on this one?
Yeah, like if we swap, or you know what, Haley,
Or do you want to swap the intro before the agenda?
that's what I was thinking.
Okay, I'll swap it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we need to change this verbiage here. So we can take out that first paragraph. So should we say something along the lines of, before the speakers introduce ourselves today, or something along those lines?
Yep.
Okay. Jasper Cancer Care Coaches are composed of a variety of national recognized credentials, licenses, and certifications to support the members and caregivers, with the coaches ranging from nutritionists, registered nurses, financial counselors, and social workers. However, our team does not provide advice on treatment decisions, nor provide or supplement clinical care from your current healthcare professional team. They are solely focused on psychosocial care, which is a whole person approach to cancer care, addressing the social, emotional, spiritual, and physical aspects, with an emphasis focusing on members' strengths, interests, and natural motivation to provide confidence, empowerment, and self-advocacy along their cancer journey. So like I said, I am a holistic nutritionist here, and I'm also a cancer care coach at Jasper. Previously, I was a wilderness EMT and hospital administrator, and I've been in the healthcare sector for about 9 years now. Along this journey, I've been able to have the pleasure of helping others during some of the most difficult times in their lives. And being able to support others during these times of need is an honor and a privilege, and honestly, a true life calling. My goal at Jasper is to guide members and caregivers through support and being that resources and being that much needed shoulder to lean on, so that a member or caregiver never feels alone in this journey. I do live in Idaho with my fur baby and best friend Benji, and I also enjoy spending time outdoors and fishing.
And I am Emily, oncology social worker and cancer care coach. I have over 15 years of clinical experience, with oncology being my passion. I enjoy providing insight and promoting excellence in psychosocial care to members, families, caregivers, and the community. My goal is to meet each patient or member where they are and help guide them through whatever they may be experiencing. I live in Missouri with my husband and 2 teenage daughters and just enjoy spending time with family and friends. Then I can kind of transition into
Do you want to do the
the
agenda?
agenda.
Okay.
We will now take a look at, well, let's see what's down there. Okay, so are we doing that poll?
We'll have to put it on that that second slide
And
at the end of our intros.
perfect. Let me get that moved. Good grief.
Sorry, I don't have it in editing mode. I have it in
No.
slideshow mode. So
You're just fine. There's that. And so we introduce ourselves and then I'll do the poll. Before we jump into our agenda for our webinar, I'm going to surface up a poll that I would love to have everyone take a look at and complete. The question is, at this time, do you feel fully supported for all of your cancer or caregiver needs? All right. And then I will go ahead and stay on and say, great. I will then go into the agenda slide. Let's take a look at what you can expect today. You know the drill. So then after the agenda, do you want to do the Jasper Stone or do you want me to?
either way, look at the bottom here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 slides before I present Jane's journey.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to do the first few or
Sure.
excuse me?
Yeah.
Either way is fine, but I can either take the first few or you can, whichever works.
Let's see, when do I hop on? Slide 8. I mean, if it's not going to be too much, just my voice. I mean, I can, however you want to do it, Haley.
This voice is better than mine.
Well, I just thought maybe it might keep it more interactive. I mean, as far as,
Okay.
different person, whatever. If
So
you want to do 4 and 5, 6 and
Sure.
7,
I can do the first couple and then you can take on, and then because Jane's is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slides in total.
okay.
Well, how about I do 4, 5, and 6? Does that
4,
work?
5, 6. Yep, I'm just updating here. And then I will jump on to 9.
Unless you want to do more than that, you're more than
There's-
welcome to.
I'm looking at number 7 and I said 9. No, you're good. I think this is good. There's something. Okay, so on your slide number 6, this was one that didn't get changed. It talks about the housekeeping aspect. And I'm like, I thought,
Oh,
I don't know how that got on there, but should we just delete it?
yeah. Rosie is willing to stay on the webinar as long as there are questions.
Just delete that whole thing from housekeeping down? Or
I would.
okay, we kind of already go through that at the get-go. There we go.
Yeah. The problem is, like with that too, it mentions raise your hand, and that's going to interrupt during the presentation, I feel like.
Exactly. Okay, so I just deleted that one. You're still doing that one. Before Jasper wrote a single line of code, we interviewed over 2,000 patients and found the following. Okay. if it was something that was repetitive that day, I didn't make note unless it was on my personal slide. So
I didn't either.
Okay.
So
Let's take time to talk. There we go. And I'll still just give it back to you
okay.
and I turn it over to you in slide 10, and then you take it from 11 from there.
Okay. I did change. I want you to transfer. I have to re-download this, but I changed Jane's deal to a different occupation because John's testimonial is also a retired banker.
Oh, okay.
Because we use these two examples and two different things before the webinar.
Yes. Yes.
So, but I have to read that. So I changed that.
Okay.
I think everything's mainly the same.
So we still have a total of 3 polls, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do John's. I'm gonna. Oh, let's see what purpose slide was for 18.
18.
Okay, I can do that too.
I think Holly just read those bullet points on the slide pretty much.
Okay. Yep, I can take that one.
And then our next webinar.
I had updated it, I thought.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Let's see.
I have this in PowerPoint right now, so let me look in.
Wednesday, November 9th at noon with Emmerman Angels.
So I need to delete this version that I have. And download this one.
So you are good with doing this, the screen share?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's not a big deal to me.
And I can deal with the polls as long as they are created.
Yeah, I'll get those in there right now. I'm sorry, I was working with something for Jim.
You are just fine. How is Jim doing?
Oh, he's good. He's just putting along.
Yeah. Yep. Good.
Just putting along.